There have been many versions of the OptiPlex form factor. This model is 3080. This is a successor to the 3070 and the predecessor to the 3090. These are business-grade computers with high-end hardware and so many features. It has like a honeycomb pattern. And this is the power button, optical drive, hard drive indicator light, headphone jack, 2 USB 2.0 ports, 2 USB 3.0s, a Dell logo, and it has Intel Core i5 10th generation. On the back, there's the Windows logo and the headphone jack, HDMI port, display port, VGA port, again 2 USB 3.0s and 2 USB 2s, the Ethernet, the holes where you want to install an external Wi-Fi antenna, and the power supply. On the back, there's the Windows logo and the headphone jack, HDMI port, display port, VGA port, again 2 USB 3.0s and 2 USB 2s, the Ethernet, the holes where you want to install an external Wi-Fi antenna, and the power supply. Let's open the case. To do that, we unscrew these and then slide the panel towards here. This has a 200-watt power supply. This is the cooling fan. This thing right here is designed to hold the hard drive or SSD, 3.5 inch of course, and the optical drive. This is the panel, and this is the Wi-Fi. These are the Wi-Fi antennas, and that's the internal speaker. I installed these Wi-Fi antennas myself because this didn't come with a Wi-Fi card. I'll explain that in a moment. That's the CMOS battery. As you can see right there, this is the Wi-Fi card I installed. I bought it from Amazon, and this is also the NVMe SSD. It's 256 gigabytes. This computer came with 8 gigs of RAM, but it can be upgraded to 64, and they also added a 16 gigabyte RAM stick, so now it has 24 gigs. Yeah. And these are the cables where they connect to the power supply right here. And this one is for the fan. This one is for the SATA 3, I think. Yeah, SATA 3 SSD or HDD. And now let's put this back on. Oh, and this thing right here is a 2 terabyte SATA SSD, which I installed myself. I installed it so that this computer could have more storage. And I forgot to mention one thing here. This is the expansion slot where you pull up, and then, yeah, you saw the expansion card right here. You see that slot. Oh, and this computer was used by my mom for her job, but unfortunately, after 7 months of usage, it ran into a pretty serious problem. The motherboard started malfunctioning. It got burnt. So I tried uninstalling and reinstalling the power supply, the CPU fan, and other peripherals, but it didn't do anything. So With that in mind, I had to go on Dell's website and tell them what the problem is, and I told them that every time I turn it on, it doesn't work. So they said it might be an issue with the motherboard, so I got a new one and I installed it. So now it's working fine now. Now that the computer is all plugged in, let's turn it on and boot to the BIOS setup. See system information. Intel Core i5 10th generation, running at 3.1 gigahertz. It has 6 cores, and the M2 slot is the network card that I installed, and the slot 3 is the mass storage, which is the NVMe SSD that it came with. And it has Intel Ultra HD graphics 630. It's integrated graphics, and this processor has hyper-threading and has TPM 2.0. Oops. It used to show the manufacture date over there, but because I replaced the motherboard, it doesn't show anymore. And secure boot is enabled. And the date and timer is correct. It's DVD-RW, SATA 3. And as I mentioned earlier, as you see right there, 2 terabyte SSD. So I didn't make any changes, so we can exit. Yeah, when I first got this computer, it came with Windows 10 Enterprise, I think. So, and I upgraded it to Windows 11. As you can see, it just booted up to the lock screen. So now let's log in. Let's discard this. Now let's go to system info. See, the BIOS is from March 8th, 2023. And the Intel Core i5 10th gen processor in this computer is somewhat faster than the LAT 3510. But that's laptop, so you should expect that desktop CPUs are much faster than those of laptops, because the U stands for ultra low. So that's okay. Let's go to system and see all the usual yada yada. And now let's test the video game. This is Roblox. Oh, just shut off on me. Let's try this one. Hear the sound from this speaker right there. Working really well. Well, my phone is about to run out of battery power, so I might as well just end the video right now. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching.